Whoa, hello, hello. Oh, everything still works. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is having a good week so far. Everyone's enjoying their Wednesday. Hope everyone is doing well. I have decided to start this retorture back up. At least until Christmas. We'll see if we can get one before Christmas. That is my goal. That is my goal now to maybe try and get ROWLET by Christmas. No promises. I'm gonna see how far I can get. I mean, arguably this is an incredibly slow reset anyway. So I might only be able to get another few, maybe only a few hundred resets done before Christmas. We'll see. I might end up doing some off stream. Oh. But no, I hope everyone's doing good. Let me also make sure I can hear the audio. Just so then I know what's going on. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. Yawns. But no, everyone's doing good. Trying my hardest to keep positive about all this shiny hunting. I didn't look. I don't think it was shiny. No, it wasn't. Is that working? Yes, that's working. Oh, I did have... Ah, there it is. I did have a rubber band for this. No. If I can figure this out. Oh, did I run 2 bands? Maybe I did run 2 bands previously. I've only got 1 at the minute though, so we'll have to do that. Oh, just try to keep positive. Feel lucky. Could indeed happen. Anything can happen, even a shiny. Even a shiny could happen today. I very much doubt it, but you gotta stay positive, right? You gotta stay positive. Right. also, I need to... I should have checked with Cow at some point. Or anyone that knows. I am 100% just spamming through this. Is that the best way to go about this? Because in theory, I'm hitting the same frames over and over again, right? And I think the idea with it is that you want to differ it ever so slightly so that you're hitting different frames. I don't know the best way of going about this. Yeah, I really don't know. I am really trying to just stay positive with this. A 242. Two four two 9242. Yeah, because in theory, right, I'm hitting the same frames over and over again. But also, I don't know entirely if that works. No, I mean, most of the time, this is the best way. Surely this is just the best way, just brute force it. More brute force it. We'll take it. We'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. I forgot how long this kind of can take. Forget how... Oh, the insanity. I was trying to stop the yawning. I can do it. I can manage. I can manage. Arguably, what? 75 maybe today? If I'm lucky. If I'm lucky. Probably more likely 55 to 60. Starting to manage it. Literally 30 seconds in, I start yawning. Oh, goodness, I really can't stop yawning. Didn't think this was gonna drain me that quickly. Yeah, because surely just doing this as quickly as I'm doing it is just giving me the same Pokemon over and over again. Yeah, I don't think I can make this any more enjoyable for myself than it already is. Arguably, I don't think this is that overly enjoyable, but maybe eventually I'll stop yawning. What a wonderful way to spend an evening. I don't think I've got any more other checks until the next time I'm over odds, which is going to be a little while. Hey, Gal. Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you? Hope your nope, not Monday. It's Wednesday. Hope your Wednesday is going well. Hope you're doing good. Oh, actually, you might know, Cal, because otherwise I'm going to drive myself insane. Me doing this the way that I'm doing this, right, is like I'm sure I'm probably hitting the same frame over and over again. Is that something I should be concerned about or not? What are the odds for this hunt? 1 in 4,096. I do believe. Then yeah, then I'm fine. It is just luck of the draw then. It's a problem. I take one bit of memory from something else, and then it's like, yep. Okay. Glad I'm not going too insane. Did the other setup have Hold on, I'm curious. Did the other setup have the odds on it or not? No. No, it did not. I thought it did, but I guess it didn't. Yeah, got it. I think. Yeah, unfortunately, Celery. I paused the hunt because I was just getting sick of it, and then I was sitting here the other day, and I was just like, you know what? I've kind of not got a lot to do before Christmas, and I was like, meh. That's the thing, Cal. I don't know. I like having the audio on for the game music, but I also, if I don't have regular music going, it will just be the game music, and it will just be quiet when there's nothing on stream. Actually, why do I have it? Where is it going? Oh. Wait, why is it going to... I get it sent to... Why do I have it set to that? I don't even know how I set it up. I mean, I can just mute it altogether. Let me turn that down and then turn that back on. Got loads of TCG stuff delivered today. Nice, nice cow. Yeah, I didn't get a lot. I've been really good lately. I haven't bought hardly anything. Probably Celery, definitely. At this rate, I'll probably get a go before I get a shiny Rowlet. Stranger things have happened. I mean, I was doing that at some point. A Let's Go Shiny Dream Team or something like that. I had the team built, and I didn't end up. I didn't end up actively doing it because I'd caught like 1,000 Weedle. Like I had the chain at 1,000, so I just gave up. I can't be bothered. Bought Journey together booster boxes and Black Bolt White Flare PC TBs. Ooh, nice. Did you get the drop? I missed the drop and I was a little bit sad. Because I've been like, ooh, I'll grab some. I wanted some. I wanted one of each at least. I mean, the only one that's of any value there is the prismatic. Not the surging one? Yeah, I didn't get either of them. I saw it. I was like 10 minutes late to the drop. I got in the queue and I was like, oh, that's easy. Because I was like, the queue's like 2 minutes. I was like, oh, okay, I'll get one. And then I checked and I was like, oh, it was out of stock 10 minutes ago. Oh, well, too late. Think about saving to get the Switch 2, but at the same time, you want to get a new car. Yeah, I would say I'm in a similar boat. I'm not. I already have the Switch 2, but I'm trying to decide whether. Well, I got to try and decide what I'm spending money on because I also want a new car. And it's rough. It is really rough. That's fine, Cal. It's just going to take you a little while, though, isn't it? Because you've got to walk quite far. Well, you might not have to walk too far, but going to the shop and back is not the best. 20 minutes? Yeah, eat first. Otherwise, it'll be a while later before you eat. Got spag bowl, nice. We had spag bowl last night, I think. We had for last night. I believe so. Love a good bit of spag bowl. This is the fun part of this. Whether or not I do any off stream or not, and I probably will because I do think I want to try and get this before Christmas. Have this hunt finally be finished. Maybe I'll hit 10k before Christmas. How many? Hold up. How long would that take me? Get yours on the 23rd. Ooh, a year ago? Guys, how long it's been? Has it really been that long? Oh god, it's been that long, isn't it? It's been over a year. I think I started it March. No. Did I start it this year? Hold on. This year? No. I must have started it last year. Is it bad that I don't remember when I started it? It was 24. I remember it. I remember it was when I came back from holiday. That is all I remember. So yeah, it has been over a year. I think I just need to put more effort into getting it now. Although I will say, I have had some better shinies in the meantime. Arguably, what have I got? Darkrai Shaman. I think in terms of like good shinies that I'm happy with, that's kind of all I've gotten. I've gotten like ZA shinies, but meh. Mega Flinks is pretty cool. Shiny Froakie is pretty cool, but it's no shiny Rowlet, you know. It is not a shiny Rowlet. Oh, I don't know if anyone here would have played the new uh the new DLC. I was curious on what people's thoughts were on it. If they had played the new ZA DLC, because I haven't bought it, and I'm probably not going to play it. I'm, I'm intrigued to see like what they do with it story-wise, but I'm not like going out of my way to get it immediately. I'm gonna say I don't know how many people here have played the game, let alone the DLC. But the DLC did release. Did it release today? Did it release yesterday? I thought it actually released on the 5th. It might have only released today. I do think it was today, possibly. I mean, the DLC is supposed to be interesting. There should be, as far as I'm aware, there's new megas. I just haven't seen them. I don't. Part of me is like, I don't want it to be spoiled for me. However, I also understand that if I go into any ranked game now in regular game, it might spoil it for me anyway. So, I mean, maybe it's worth just. Tell you what, I won't spoil it, but I will. If I just do megas in Pokemon EA DLC. Let's just go to the IGN one. Meh. Okay. That looks cool. That is strange. That's interesting. I didn't know they were giving that one a mega. Oh, is that it? Is it only half a page? That's it? There's only like 4? No, give me the full list. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them. It feels like a lot of the megas, and this was my problem with it, was that there's an awful lot of Pokemon that already had a form of some kind that got another form. Okay, I mean, actually, there is only 3. There's only 3 who already had, well, and you could argue Raichu. So 4, 5. So 5 of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 5 of the 20. So a quarter of them technically kind of already had a mega form of some kind. Raichu, I would argue, doesn't, but Raichu has an awful lot of forms. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so, okay. We have discovered then that this is just pure luck of the draw, and I apparently don't have the luck. I mean, yeah, it would be insane. I don't know why we needed X and Y of Raichu. Is it? No, I was gonna say, is it the only XY we've got? No, we got Charizard, we've got Mewtwo. I don't know who else is XY. Who else is XY? I don't know if anyone else is XY. But again, they're kind of the poster children. It's kind of like when they announced, when they did the thing for Lucario, I was upset because we already have a Mega Lucario. You know, surely a Mega, like a Swark or a Mega Throw would be pretty cool. Charizard, Mewtwo. Yeah, I think only Zard and Mewtwo. Well, and now Raichu. So there's 3. But like, why? I don't see the allure of doing, you know, giving Pokemon that already have a Mega Form another Mega Form. Like, I very much prefer the idea of Pokemon who don't have a Mega Form to get a Mega Form. Yeah, I've heard, I don't know. I've heard they're pretty insane. Cow, aren't you about done with your playthrough, actually? Your team is pretty much complete, right? For your shiny-only playthrough. I completely forgot at this point. This was supposed to be the whole point of this, of me doing this, was I was going to do a shiny-only playthrough. But it has been over a year. You gave up because you have to hunt Beldum. You don't have to hunt Beldum. You can do something else. No one's forcing you to do Beldum other than you. Arguably, you don't have to do the shiny Salamence. I'm doing the shiny Salamence, don't forget, Cow. At some point. I don't know when, but I will be doing it. Think they can get in 1 in 3? That's mad. That's mad. Where did I put it? Where was it? Video suggestions? What was the team I'd built? I built a team. Here we go. Rowlet, Salamence. Oh, Espeon, Poliwrath, Scizor, and Spinda. So Spinda might be an interesting one. Hey, still Charizard, how are you doing? Are you doing well? I hope your hope your week is going good. This luck really is not going my way. It was until I said that. Oh, come on, Greg. I had to do it. Do you know what? Funnily enough, I just logged into Discord and I saw the Spotify rap, and I was like, I should have a look. I don't use Spotify, so I would be curious to see what it said for me. I have used it a little bit, but like very, very much, not that much. Oh no, it doesn't have my stuff saved. I can never figure it out. Greg can take my Charizard. I'll just get the mystery gift one. Yeah, I forgot how draining this was. However, I need to do the math. How long will it take me to reach 10,000? Just in theory, right? What was I up to? About 25? No, about 20 an hour? Like what, a minute and a half per reset? Oh yeah, the live chat. It's ridiculous. I don't know why. I mean, luckily it's on stream. I don't know why YouTube defaults to that. It's insane. I don't think I can change. No, there's nothing in my side that allows me to change what it allows versus what it doesn't. Also, let me just double check. Am I on the correct? I am on the correct settings. Good. Take me 30 hours. Okay. Okay, so 30 hours. So 10 days with 3-hour streams would take me up to the 20th. Interesting. Oh, it's it's annoying. I don't know. It's set. YouTube is automatically set to I believe it's top chat. Clearly, Cow has done something against YouTube because it decides that Cow's messages are spam or well, no, it just says spam. Which is quite funny. Don't know what Cow did, but yeah, Cow is currently shadow banned from the chat. But sometimes it doesn't allow some messages through on regular. So I always have it set to live chat anyway. Well, I mean, you know, Cow. You weren't, you know, a spam bot. It'd be different. We all know you're AI, Cow. You're AI written by the algorithm to try and get my personal information. Apparently, I heard this from my boss who saw it. Apparently, a lot of the big tech firms are losing people because they're leaving because of the AI slot. Yeah, imagine missing that amazing pun. So if I can get to... I should be able to get to 10k before Christmas. It's just whether or not I'll get the shiny within that amount of time or not. Might be an interesting one. Again, I might also just do some off-stream hunting just like over the weekend. What am I doing this weekend actually? Nah, not a lot. They're actually pushing it for a while at your work. Not so much now though, as you've heard at least one person threaten to leave over it. I mean, that's fine. It's interesting. The hard stance that that people are taking on it, which is fine, you know, people are worried that it will take their jobs and whatnot, but interesting. All right, Cal, see you in a bit. Safe walks. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm kind of the opposite to a degree. I don't do well dealing with support stuff, but whenever my boss is not in the office, he always sends me support stuff to do. And I'm just kind of the mindset of if he gave that to AI, I would be more than happy just to let it do its thing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm lucky in that my immediate line of work doesn't necessarily get threatened by it, but then again, you know, it could in theory come for every job. So, we'll see. But, you know, I commend that person for standing up. You know, threatening to leave for it. Oh, God. 3 different agents. I mean, 3 different things, 3 different agents for 3 different tasks makes sense. Like, you don't want one doing multiple things. You kind of want, in my layman's sense, you kind of want one doing each individual thing. You know, like you want one doing, I don't know, sales, one doing support, one doing, I don't know, something else. You don't want one doing all of them, all 3 of those. But yeah, my boss has been thinking about trying to get it to do some stuff, but he just hasn't had the time to get around to doing it yet. There's one like that, just our standard got style interface, one that searches the code repository for everything, and one that's coding assistant. Oh, that's got to be good. I hear that AI code is not the best and is relatively sloppy. From what I understand, it can work, but like to rely solely on it is probably not for the best. Hit or miss, yeah. I've tried just tinkering, trying to figure stuff out, by getting it to do some stuff for me, just because I was curious. I'm like, I wonder if I can get this to work, and it just was just horrible at it. Like, I was trying to get it to do an overlay for me, you know, just like a relatively interactive one, but a basics, you know, in my opinion, a relatively basic thing. And I was like, can you do this? And it gave me a code, and I was like, okay, I'll put that in, put it in. Nothing happened. Went back to it and went, nothing happened. They went, oh, try this. Did it, went back, nothing happened. And I'm like, nothing happened. It was like, try this. And I'm like, okay, but, you know, it's not working. So, I don't know. In that situation, it's very much miss or miss for me. I've never had it do well. Annoyingly, I don't use Spotify all that much, so... Again, a lot of people there... I've seen a couple of stuff online where people are like, yeah, we've made an app using AI, and I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe it's gotten slightly better since then, but I mean, arguably, I also think it depends on what kind of AI engine you use as well, right? Like ChatGPT probably wouldn't be that good for it, but if you went to a coding specific one that was designed with that in mind, it might be better at giving you code versus an engine that sucks. Well, versus an engine that does everything, you know? Man, it's been insane. With the cost of RAM recently, it has just been mental. All this artificial intelligence nonsense. Me. We'll see. But yeah. I don't know if I trust AI agents to do much. Arguably, it's like a double-edged sword, right? You can use it, and it's like, yeah, sure, it can do a bunch of work for you, but then you have to go back through and fix it. So is it really cutting down your time to do a task? For coding specifically, probably not. For just like general web searching or queries, yeah, sure, ask ChatGPT. But you might as well just ask Google. Like, it's easier to just put it into a search engine than it is to ask ChatGPT. I've had it come back with some wacky stuff before. But yeah, I like the idea of just having a very easy day, being like, yeah, I just let the AI do all the work. It's then just a problem if you've got to fix what it fails at doing, which then just leads to more work overall, right? And that's just not a good thing. Not a good thing overall. Where does that need to be? Does that need to be... No. Oh, that needs to be this way. There we go. That might be a bit better. Maybe we'll bring it down a little bit more. There we go. There we go. That'll do. Arguably, I've been thinking, I don't know how much longer I want to be at this job anyway. Arguably, I don't know what I'm going to do next, but... Problem is, every time I'm like, you know what? Every time I've joked about, I'm about to start looking for work elsewhere, I get told, no. Things don't go, and I'm like, well... I kind of would just, you know... I like to leave. How long has it been now? 4 years? Like, I'm going into year 5. Problem is, I'm not likely going to get anywhere close to the wage I'm getting now anywhere else. It's like, there's one of two things to do, right? Is one, to just supplement it by working more, or stay where I'm at and just be where I'm at for a little while longer. Have I looked? Yes and no. The problem is that I'm not exactly the best qualified, so to speak. All right, Celery, nice stopping by. Hope you have a good rest of your evening. Thanks for stopping by. I mean, a delivery driver doesn't get paid too badly. This job range is insane. 24,000 to 44 million pound a year. Oh, no, it's 44,000 pound a year. I thought that was freaking 44 million a year. I was like, damn, that's insane. Casual dress. I mean, it is interesting. Pick up parcels, deliver them in your area. 4 to 6 hours a day. I mean, that wasn't delivery, that was warehouse operators. That's not too far off of what I get now. But it's only 4 to 6 hours a day. So you wouldn't be getting like a huge wage, right? A day, so that's a day. I mean, I imagine it's 6 days a week. Okay. That's not too far off of what I get now. But hour-based OTE. Don't know what OTE means. On target earnings. Okay. I mean, that's really not horrible. Like, if I needed work tomorrow, I could quite willingly go and do that. The only thing is, it might only be for the Christmas period. Yeah, see, they also need a delivery driver, but they're paying, like, minimum wage. Should say if it's temporary. It says temp to perm. Let me check. Urgent. That one. Temporary. Yeah. So they're all temporary. Yeah. Not the best. News team delivery driver. Cool, minute. Delivering newspapers, magazines, and other items to the community, starting bright and early at 4 a.m. for approximately 3 hours each morning. Oh. That's what it is. It's yeah, it is a paper round. I was wondering because I'm reading it and I'm just like, that doesn't sound too bad. You know, 3 hours a week, decent wage. It says pay up to £550 per year. I think that's probably a misunderstanding on their part. Because earlier it says £550 per week. But if you consider, apparently there's a demand for it, Greg. If I wanted to hustle, like really wanted to hustle, I could, in theory, double my wage. Because it would be very, very easy. It's also magazines. It isn't just newspapers. But if I was in a real grind mindset, get up at 3, go do my paper round 7. I start my regular job at 8, and then work through until the evening, and then go and sleep. Oh, it's a self-employed role. But they give you daily, they give you money for deliveries. It's £450 for deliveries, which includes daily mileage plus £100 weekly performance bonus. The army need all sorts of stuff. Trade plate driver, don't know what that is. Voice data contributor. British AI project. Oh. Oh yeah, no, 100% Greg. It would be that. Arguably, it would probably only be, after I take my fuel allowance out of it, probably be 400 quid a week. So it's only 1,600 a month, which is about half of what I get paid now. Plus, I'd have to do all the taxes myself, because technically you'd be a sole trader. Royal Mail delivery driver. Temp to full time. Oh, no. Can't do that. Early shifts. Oh, day shifts, early shifts, evening shifts, late shifts, and overtime. That's not horrible pay. Definitely not the best, though. And to be fair, I am just looking around my local area. I don't think there's going to be that much. Night reception? Fun and family-friendly environment. Those are never overly good, though, right? Hmm. It's interesting. It's interesting to see what's out there. Again, part of me is like, am I arguably being too picky with some of this stuff? Yes. But, you know, it's interesting. The hours that I'm working is about the same that I'm working now, but I could be a plumber in the army. Hours about the same, but the pay is well, not significantly, but decently less. That's also true, yeah. Because that was the other thing I was potentially looking at, potentially getting into, was HGV driving. That could be fun. Well, I was originally going to be a plumber, that's the thing. But the problem is, they're like, yeah, you can work your way up to corporal in 5 years. And I'm like, oh God, I don't really want to sit in the army and do it for 5 years. Like, it's like a very long... Contract support dog handler. Ooh. For a stepping stone in security and have a passion for dogs. Though no experience is required, you will need a valid license and a full manual driving license. Fuck. I have one of those. I'm not too worried about that. I'm not too worried about the hours. I just more need a case if I need the HGV license. If I was to go with that, oh yeah, the only ones that pop up are the every drivers. I mean, for 4 to 6 hours a day, that isn't horrible. However, again, a delivery driver, like a flexi delivery driver, I do believe you are technically self-employed. So it's not exactly the best. What is it? 3 hours every morning, right? 21 hours. So you'd be out 7 days a week for 3 hours. Ooh. Interesting. There is a parts e-commerce lister. Interesting job description. Basically run an eBay store. Oh, self-employed contractor role. Telemarketer. Uber. Warehouse picker-packer. How long? Oh, through December till January. 5 working days out of 7, including weekends, in 1 in 3 weekends off. This rate applies to hours worked between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. But you start at 6. So I don't know how late you go. There's definitely some interesting stuff out there. But again, I'm not in an immediate desire to leave, but I have every so often something happens and I'm just like, why am I still here? I do think that I need to just start voicing my disdain for some of the things. Be like, you know, look, I don't like doing this. Can you stop asking me to do this? And just go from there. And just see the reaction based on that. That might just be the best course of action. Well, the problem is that one, it's not only that I've been there for as long as I've been there, it's that at the minute there is no one else in the company other than the guy who runs it who can pretty much do what I'm doing, and he doesn't want to do what I'm doing. So I leave, it kind of puts a hole in the plans because he then has to come back down and start doing some of the stuff that I have been doing. If that makes sense. Which is why I think every time I've kind of poked and prodded the idea about me leaving, they've been, the HR person has been very much just like, no, don't joke about that. Because obviously if that did happen, you know, then kind of back to square one for the most part. I'll have to train someone else on it. We've only just, like, within the last 3 weeks, gotten a new employee. Given that the last time we had another employee was this time last year, it was like there was 3 of us. Then Christmas last year there was 4 of us. Come back in January there was 3 of us, and now we're back up to 4 of us. It's a case of I couldn't train anyone kind of to do what we do. We kind of need people with it. You know, we kind of need more people with a base understanding of what we're doing. And unfortunately, this new guy just doesn't have that quite yet. He might do eventually, but he doesn't right now. Oh, yeah. Well, it's more a case of, at the minute, he's the only one doing support. So whenever he's not in the office, he pushes support on me. And then it's just like, I don't like doing the support stuff. And I think I just need to say to him, look, I just don't like doing the support stuff. I'm okay handling some stuff, but, you know, more of the complicated stuff, I just don't like handling. We had one today where I was on the phone to the guy for like 40 minutes, and it was just like, ah. Worst part is, I was on the phone for 40 minutes, didn't figure out how to do it. We arranged to call back. I arranged to call him back in a bit after sending some stuff and doing some bits. And then when I called him back, he's like, yeah, no, I fixed it. And I was like, okay. That's good. He's like, yeah, thanks so much for your help. And I'm like, I did nothing. He's like, I'm so glad that I know if I have any problems, I can call you. And I'm like, okay. Pretty sure I didn't do anything, though. Yeah, that's the problem, is that because I'm relatively indispensable, I feel like there's a bit more, not leeway, so to say, but did he at least tell you how he fixed it? He didn't know how he fixed it. It was a case of he was just like, yeah, I went to move it. I moved it, you know, away from where it was originally. It started working. I took it back to where it was, and it was still working. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, it's good that it's working. But, like, I have no idea why it stopped working. I had no idea how you got it working. And it was just like, okay. That's good. So yeah, no idea. But no, when he comes back from this install, I might just be like, look, I'm not very happy doing all the support stuff. I'm not trained in support, so half the time I'm just looking at the emails that he sent me, and then I'm just asking him what I should do anyway. So it's kind of just like, there's not much point in the way of him giving it to me anyway, because I don't know what I'm doing. So we'll see. He's been mentioning about getting one for over a year, Greg. That's the problem. He's been going on about it for ages. So I don't think it's going to happen. Considering the guy we hired a few weeks ago, he's been talking about getting for over a year anyway. It's, yeah. But we'll see. We're gonna see kind of what happens going into next year. By mid next year, we'll figure out what the plan is. Because we're having a big overhaul at work, and it might make it a little bit easier. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how next year goes. That's the hopes. Who knows? Maybe I'll get more into the content creation stuff and be happier doing that, and just go, you know what? I'm gonna quit. Oh, my parcel is in Germany. That's coming on Monday. That's good. My Christmas present to myself. What have I bought this time? Don't say it like that. I bought me the Team Rocket briefcase that I've been eyeing up for ages. I made the mistake of eBay gave me a discount code. And I was like, oh, that's good. That brings it under the VAT duty paying price. So I bought it. And then it shipped. And I just thought none the wiser. And then I got the email that it shipped. And I was like, cool, it's shipped. 3 hours later, you've got VAT to pay, customs to pay on this parcel. I'm like, what? What happened is, obviously the seller, when eBay gives a discount code, as far as I'm aware, still gets the full price of the item that they've listed. So he's thinking, I've sold it at, for this case, £160. He's like, he paid me £160 for it, thus means this is how much it's worth. So he's listed it as value £160, whereas what I paid for it was £126. So I paid under VAT. He listed it as over VAT. So I had to pay VAT. So I'm annoyed. Still cheaper than if I would have bought it at its height, which was like £290 or £300. But I still paid and that's pre-VAT. But I still had to pay VAT for it. I could probably have argued it with HMRC and been like, look, guys, I only paid this much for it, hence the item is only worth this much. But they might be like, well, the guy valued it at his end at this much. And I'll be like, oh. So now I know to, yeah, but it was still an extra 40 quid, Greg. But now I know I have to keep that in mind when ordering stuff from abroad. It's not the full price, it's not the discounted price, it's the full price that they receive. So I think I paid £168 for it or something like that. Arguably, it should have been £75 if I would have got it from the Pokemon Center Japan website. However, I didn't. I missed the drop. It was a lottery system. And I've just kind of been sitting, waiting, and it's just slowly been creeping down in price. Because I think at its peak it was like £250. So I technically got a £100 discount. But yeah, I wasn't paying for it when it was 300 quid. It was 350 quid in my local card shop. Like, I went in there, I saw they had it on there, and I was like, how much do you want for that? And they were like, 350 quid. And I was like, okay. I am not interested at that price. I'm going to say, actually, I don't even know what the value of the to UK. No, Japan to UK. how much they're selling that for. Okay. So the booster box that comes with it is £85. And I get that included. So I paid about £85 for it. Granted, originally it was £75 with the booster box. But we'll ignore that. We don't count that. So yeah, I think I got a decent enough deal on it. I'm happy with it. It would be even better if I pulled the Mewtwo. The Team Rocket Mewtwo. That would be good. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy to have it. Although arguably I do need to keep finishing my I do need to keep finishing my organization of stuff in my room. Get things a bit organized a bit more. But yeah, I need to finish organizing stuff. You know what? I was organizing stuff the other day. Do you know what? I still haven't built. Still haven't built my Lego Concorde. It is still sitting in its box. I swear I will build it at some point. I just really don't have the space to do it. Although I mentioned it to my dad and I was like, I don't have space for it. He's like, you could hang it from the ceiling. And I was like, yeah, but it's big. However, I've got a big flat wall. So I'm half thinking if I build it and then have it hanging on the wall as like a wall piece. Lego Concorde. It's even cheaper than when I bought it. Do you haven't built Starry Night? Yeah. Well, I mean, you've only bought it in October. I've been sitting on this for however long I've been sitting on this. Sign in. Sign in. I bought this in... No, I want my orders, not point history. February. I built the free item that came with it, and I've had that on the shelf since pretty much since I bought it. But the Concorde I haven't built yet. Oh, do you want to know what I also saw that I'm tempted to buy? Probably not the best. Is the train on the Pokemon Center website. Yeah, I was potentially going to look into wall mounting options for it. Yeah, I was looking on the Pokemon Center website the other day. You go holiday. Is it holiday? Or is it no, new releases? Is it new releases? No. Where was it? Oh, limited edition train by Lionel. And it's the Pokemon Winter Express electric model train. And it's like a standard. I think it's based on a US train. The engine itself, I don't think it's an EU UK one. It very much is reminiscent of an American engine. But yeah, so there's that. And I was like, ooh. It is it is interesting. Yeah, it's actually a model train. Yeah, which was the only reason I was thinking of maybe getting it. Oh, actually, funny enough, Lego Concorde wall mount. There's an actual search for it. There you go. That person's got it laying flat, and it literally just looks as though it's a 3D print. And it's £9. That might not be too bad. Granted, the train itself is what, £350? It ain't cheap. I'd much rather get the Lego T-Rex and not build that. And if I buy it now, I get the Lego gingerbread train. Literally on eBay. I could probably print my own one. All 3D printed mounts. I mean, it does come with all wall hardware. Arguably, what's the wall hardware? Some wall anchors and some screws. Like it's not that not that worrying. However, you know, given the fact that I can literally just print them myself, I'm kind of just like, well, maybe. Do not mount above people, pets, or valuables. Oh. But it was going to say, do not mount on pets. I was like, no, I wouldn't mount that on my pet. That would be insane. So yeah. So maybe I will get that. Because then I can literally just have it on the wall. Although arguably, is there any other ones that I could maybe get to wall mount? It shouldn't be a concern, but my only concern is the only space I've got available to wall mount it is kind of directly above the radiator or just off to the side of the radiator. And I'm a little bit worried that if it heats up, if the radiator's on, it might warm the 3D print, changing its shape. I don't know. Maybe I do get it. Well, actually, I need to build it first, so... Maybe I do get it. The other thing I've got to do is I've got to start getting ready for January. I am going to be very busy in January. It is, it's going to be an interesting one. I've also got to continue building. Funny enough, actually, I got an email about that. My Power Ranger stuff got delayed further, so I'm like not even near close to finishing that yet. No, not really. Family. Might have to pop into work one day to help out with some stuff. But no, that's it. Oh no, January. My brain is so... Yeah. I'm going skiing like the second week of January. Literally the second week of January. I think we leave on the 10th. And then I'm back for 2 weeks, and then I'm off skiing again. Technically, it's at the end of January. Technically. However, we leave on the 31st, so I'm counting it as January. Let me just double check the calendar. Yeah, 10th, back on the 17th, in from the 19th to the 30th, and then on the 31st, I leave, and then I'm back on the 7th. So yeah. Finally doing what I wanted to do, which was more than one ski holiday in a ski season. Just depends if I spend any more money. No, with the same, mostly the same people. So, the first trip is my granddad, my cousin, my brother, and my cousin's partner. And then the second one is, God, there's like 9 of us going. So it's 2 uncles, 1 aunt. My mum's going, I'm going, cousin's going, another cousin's going, cousin's partner's going, granddad's going. So yeah. It's not so much, granted, to be fair, the last time I saw my cousin to actually do anything with was in May. The one that I'm going on both holidays with. The one that I'm not going on both holidays with, I see more frequently, but those I only pretty much see twice a year, maybe. So that's our yearly allotment of time together. And then, you know, granddad's getting up there in age. So it's a case of spend time with him while you can. You know, make memories of him while you can. And then it's my brother's first ski snowboard holiday, the first one. So he's coming with us. So we'll see. Definitely gonna be interesting. And my uncle again. Well, one of my uncles, I don't see that often. And the other one I see frequently, but I don't see him while we're skiing. So we go skiing and I don't spend any time with him at all. So yeah, it's definitely a big thing. I doubt I'll see much of anyone on the 2 trips anyway. We don't spend a huge amount of time together as a big group. We do lunch, and then the evenings we kind of spend together. Throughout the day, you really don't see anyone because you're on the mountain skiing. Or you see 1 or 2 people. So it's definitely going to be interesting. Still gives plenty of time to catch up. Exactly. The only problem is it's that it's like a very early wake up call for both. Well, actually, the first one is like we need to leave at like 7-ish because our flight's at 12. And then the other one is like a 6 a.m. flight, so we leave at like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. That one will be rough. Especially since we're doing... Normally we do Sunday to Sunday. I think this time we're doing Saturday to Saturday. So we, like, finish work Friday, probably eat, sleep, and wake up at, like, 1 a.m. Whereas normally what I do is I stay up Friday and try and sleep early Saturday. Don't really get that opportunity for the second one. However, the good thing is it is 2 paychecks between the next holidays, so that's good. Oh, I'm gonna keep my eyes on. It's bad. I'm keeping my eyes on a property that I might be considering getting into. Depends if it sells this auction or not. Last I checked... No, I want current. Last I checked, it still had no bids on it. Still not had a bid put on it. I might... If it's still available in January, I might like look at getting it. We'll see. We'll see. I'm about there on it, so I could maybe... But we'll see. Ideally, it would be nice if I could sell a couple of bits. I need to stop spending money. But yeah, we'll see. I gotta do exercises. I need to get my exercises going. Yeah, yeah. The only problem is it's the only way someone like me can get a property. So I've got to realistically, if this doesn't sell this auction, I'm probably gonna have to contact a solicitor and try and get that working. Problem is that I don't quite have the money for it yet. Do we know does anyone know anyone that might want to buy some organs? I feel like I'm not using all of mine to the fullest, and I might as well sell them, you know. Either that, or do I just cave in and just sell my my sealed Pokemon collection? Arguably, it was worth more. It was worth more the 19th of November, literally a month ago, than it is now. So yeah, we'll see. I'm half hoping that the hype is kind of dying down with a lot of the Pokemon card stuff. But yeah, we'll see. Take a kidney? I mean, yeah, go for it. I only need one. All right, we'll try and get to 9,300 today. That, well, I mean, what did we start on? 9,540, so that's 60 today. That's fine. 60 today is good. 60 is a good start. Good start to ease myself back into this. And then tomorrow I might also try and stream some of it as well. And then Friday, I might try and stream some more of it as well. How much is a kidney worth? Probably enough for a deposit. Although I also feel like asking that into any kind of search engine probably gets you on a list, right? It most definitely puts you on a list, right? I'm not just imagining that. Definitely puts you on some kind of watch list. Only one way to find out. That's also true. In this situation, there is only ever one way to find out. Again, realistically, I don't think you can sell organs in the UK. I don't think it's as much of a thing. Yeah, probably not legally. I mean, you can donate. That's different. But, you know, donating, I'd rather sell. It's annoying because this is literally luck of the draw and I'm just not getting lucky with it at all. But just because it doesn't go your way doesn't mean that it is the end of the world. Nothing stopping you from donating an organ, then cashing the receipt. Oh, check, then the recipient's so happy about it, they give you a cash sum. Yeah, but I'd need to find someone wealthy who wants my organs. Also, it's a big gamble. I give them the organ, and then they might just be like, you know what people are like? They're like, I was not happy with this customer service. I want a refund. If you give them the option to be like, yeah, you can have a refund. You know, there's nothing stopping them from being like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna keep your organ. Like, what am I gonna do? Just be like, yeah, I'm gonna take my organ back. Can't do anything about it. I was gonna say, or I need to just start pumping out AI slop for the YouTube channel. But the problem is now that I think platforms are cracking down on AI slop a bit more, which is good. They should be, but still. Should have got into it earlier. Yeah, I should have. The problem is, though, right, is that even it's a situation. It's the same as anything, right? When you get every when you get a lot of people saying you need to create a faceless channel where you make content. No, when I have a faceless YouTube channel that's automated that earns me hundreds of thousands of pounds, each year, and I have 10 of them. When they're saying to do it, they're not saying it for your best interest. They're doing it to sell a course, not sell the idea of that. And that's never when you want to get into it. You never want to get into it when people are saying you should get into it. Same with like day trading and things like that. Maybe I could still sell courses on it. I'm not successful enough in it to sell a course on it. That's the problem. That's technically true. Yeah, I guess that's technically true, Greg. Just take one of their videos being like, this is how you do it. Just make my own version of it using my own voice, and then just be like, I'm a professional, buy my course. I could do it, but meh. Not my cup of tea. Although, oh shit. I was supposed to be doing that this weekend. I am going to be doing that this weekend. I can't do any soft resetting this weekend. Yeah, I'm going to be recording other stuff, I think. Doing more recording? You mean doing recording? Yeah. Yeah. I'm actively starting something I said I was going to start on months ago that, well, like over a month ago, that I'm now actively starting to work on. Doing more recording. But yeah, we'll see. I've had it on my mind for a little while, and I think I'm actually going to start doing it. So gotta hope that it can maybe get something I'm happy with out of it. Although actively, more than 0 is still more. That's true. Although actively, I was surprised at how decently, and you know, decently depends on your YouTube, you know, point of view. I was surprised how decently the 2 videos did, the ranked games did. Again, you know, what are we looking at? 18 views, 60 views, 40 views. Not a huge amount of views, but I was still surprised at how well they did in terms of views. I was not expecting them to get anywhere near that. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Arguably, the 4-way tie did the best. But still, very interesting. Although, not a lot of people clicked on it. I'm getting a lot of impressions, just not getting a lot of click through. So I need to try and figure out the best way to kind of combat that. Because that video was 3.2. That one was 1.7. And that one was 930. Still interesting nonetheless, but yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go. Promoting the video gains 3,000 to 11,000, well, 11,000 more impressions. Not promoting it. How can you watch a video without clicking on it? You just hover over it on desktop and it starts playing it. And that, I believe that counts as a view. But I could be wrong. "95 subscribers got notifications that the video went out. No one clicked on it." That's funny. I find that funny. Arguably, you know, I don't care. I'm not in it for the data. I'm not in it for maximizing the data. You can turn it off? How'd you turn it off? I didn't know there was a way to turn it off. Oh, it's in the settings. Settings. Advanced? No. Count. No, notifications. Ah, playback. Video previews. There it is. It's probably going to take me to refresh the page before it works. Yeah, having it on TV is definitely interesting. I've never been one to watch it on TV. Actually, I think I could see somewhere what percentage. Audience. New viewers, casual viewers, regular viewers. Cool. There you go. You make up the 10% of content watchers, Greg, that watch me on TV. 54% is mobile phone. That's madness. 24 computer, 10% tablet. That'll be Elo. I believe Elo watches on tablet. Oh no, it's you as well, isn't it, Greg? You have it on TV but talk on... No, who does that? Someone has it on... I can't remember who. Someone has it on the TV but chats on the phone. And I imagine that counts as both. That's why they're about the same. Arguably, there's 0.5 of a difference in tablet to TV. And none of it is unknown. Can't do chat through the TV app. Yeah, it's really interesting. You do kind of need it. Well, I mean, I personally don't watch on the big screen, but it doesn't matter if you do. You know, everyone watches where they want to watch. Isn't it gym night for you, Greg? It's Wednesday. Or are you quitting now? Quitting now before the New Year's. Have a cold. Don't want to spread it around. That's probably good. Arguably. If my cold progresses much worse than it is, I will probably probably end up taking a sick day if I can help it. Yeah, I didn't want to. I don't want to be too sick, but man, it's, yeah. Going around at the minute, that's what everyone always says. That's the phrase. It's going around. Oh, what Christmas party on Friday? We were supposed to have one last year, but it got cancelled because everyone was sick. There has been no murmurs about one this year, so I don't think it's happening. We were gonna do, but I don't think even if I would go, I don't think I would. I don't think I would want to go, even if I was to get invited. Yeah, hopefully you feel better by Friday, Greg. I hope so you can go and have fun at the Christmas do. Count it up. 3 more to go. 3 more to go, and then I'm going to go and get an early night. But no, I hope you get over it. Mine, I feel like, has been kind of on and off for about a week. Like, I was feeling rough like 2 weeks ago. Last week, I was still feeling not amazing. And then this week, I've kind of been relatively okay. Ooh. Sounds posh. Sounds like a posh place, Greg. A ballroom, eh? Sounds very fancy. You won't be dancing if that's what I'm thinking. You don't want a ballroom dance? That's disappointing. Seems like a shame to go to a ballroom and not dance. Two more to go. But technically, yeah, 2 more to go. It's a shame to go to a ballroom. You're not going to be wearing a gown and dancing or anything like that. It's a shame. Sit at the bar like a loser. Well, I mean, if there's free drinks, you won't exactly be the loser of the night, will you? Yeah, although if it's not an open bar, yeah, and you're buying drinks at a place that sounds fancy, probably not going to be cheap. I think there's only a couple of free drinks. Well, get the free drinks. Then if you don't want to stay, you can go home. That's what I would do. But then again, I am an antisocial person, so that also, you know, wouldn't exactly work for me. Alright, last one. Home is over an hour away. Ah. That definitely is a bit of a problem. Yeah, and having drinks is also going to be insane. The taxis for everyone else are booked for 1 a.m. Oof. They're expecting you to have a good bit of fun then. For a while. That's so late. I'd be asleep by 9. See if we can get this last one done. Going on the last one would be insane. Here we go. Nope. Not today. However, I am back on this hunt for a little while. So we shall see if I can potentially get Rowlet to shine before Christmas. If not, hopefully after Christmas. That is the dream. We shall see. Either way, thank you very much for watching today, everyone. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day. I will schedule a stream for tomorrow, but it will probably be a shorter stream. Oh no, actually, I won't schedule a stream tomorrow. I'll definitely try and stream on Friday and try and get a decent length stream out on Friday to make up for it, though. So hopefully, obviously everyone other than Greg will probably join then. Hopefully we don't get it. Hopefully we don't get it on Friday, but we could do. So we shall see. Either way. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week. And yeah, I will see you potentially on Friday. So thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I will see you later. Bye, everyone. Bye, 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 bye.